Good afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibike OG. So, guys, I ain't got time for all that bullshit introduction. None of this bullshit about not being a financial advisor. Should you take my advice? No motherfucking way you should. Yada, yada, yada. If you do, you're fucking moron. Yada, yada, yada. Let's continue. Yada, yada, yada. So, this is episode 2 of my podcast, we can say. This is episode 2, and I'm going to title it Episode 2, ISO 20022. The truth behind what's to come. So most of you guys have no fucking idea what I'm talking about, and you don't understand how I get my coin list. I'm going to show you very simple of the 5 coins or 6 coins that you have that you don't need any other ones, and even Dogecoin isn't going to be on this list. So these are the only coins that need to be in your portfolio. Yes, VeChain's not on here, so that should be in there. Yes, Zill's not on there. Yes, DGB's on its own thing. And I'm going to get a video sometime in the next few days to explain to you the importance of DGB and what kind of system they're running and why you should be a part of it. But this has to do with ISO 20022, which is ISO standard for electronic data interchange between financial institutions. It describes a metadata repository containing the descriptions of messages and business processes, and a maintenance process for the repository content. The standard covers financial information transferred between financial institutions that includes payment transactions, securities trading and settlement information, credit and debit cards, transactions, and other financial information. So this is everything, guys. The repository contains a huge amount of financial services, metadata, blah, blah, blah. The UML models with a special ISO 2022 UML profile. Underlying all of this is the ISO 20022 meta model, a model of the models, the UML profile, and you guys aren't going to know any of this shit. The first syntax supported for messages was XML schema. So, guys, these are as follows. Do not ask me if I have something else. Do not ask me if I don't. ISO 20022 is widely used in financial services. Organizations participating in ISO 20022 includes Cardano. That is why I tell you, you must have Cardano, at least 1,000 shares when this is all said and done. Lock them away, store them up, forget about them. That thing's going to be worth a fucking fortune. Now, before I tell you these other ones, I'm going to go into a different picture because it shows you exactly the names real quick. So, ISO 20022 Interledger protocol will handle 97% of global payments. XRP, XLM, IOTA, ALGO, and XDC are part of this initial list. 97% of all global payments are handled by Interledger protocol. You already know Cardano's on this list, so you can add Cardano. Dude, it's fucking crazy. So, then you go to, it's the successor, blah, blah, blah. And then you go to the adoption. This is a 2000 report by the United States Federal Reserve. Mature adopters, which means they were early adopters of ISO 20022, already in effect in India, South Africa, which is why they took such a stake in Cardano, remember? That's going to be their payment processor, which is in compliance with ISO 20022. So, don't write off Cardano so fast, because that is going to be a big boy, and at the end of the day, could be as big or if not greater than XRP. Remember, one of the early adopters is South Africa. Africa is using Cardano's processor as 75% of their global payments. So take that for what it's worth, and that's already in effect. We're not waiting for any court bullshit with Cardano. So India, South Africa, Japan, Singapore, and Switzerland have growing adopters. Australia, Canada, the United Kingdom, and New Zealand have interested adopters. The report concluded that the Federal Reserve should push for ISO 20022 adoption within the United States financial system. Guys, this new payments processor launched in Australia in 2018. It uses ISO 20022. I'm telling you guys right now, this in the United States of America on November 21st, 2021 is when they want to flip the switch. That's the date set in place for the United States to be compliant with ISO 20022. It's that simple. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. There's nothing you can say about it. There's nothing, guys. There's nothing. Oops. We don't want to go in the email, but there's nothing we can say about it, guys. It is what it is. It's going to happen. We can admit it or we don't have to, but it's going to happen regardless. One more thing I wanted to get into. Oops. Definitely not that. Son of a fucking bitch. Are you fucking kidding me? All right, so now we're going to go back, guys. There's one more thing I want you guys to see. Okay, so if we go to, now we go to the coins, right? I already know where I'm looking, but we got to go down here. Where the fuck's it at? So February 21st, 2021, right? They're already talking about the integration. They're talking about the overviews. But guys, Ripple, Stellar, so XRP, XLM, XDC. That's the Ripple network, guys. The global provider. Swift. All these companies are already integrated. XRP, XLM, XDC. That's the Ripple network. The Ripple network is already full compliant. It's already part of this. Yeah, and this is the central banks, guys, with the ISO 20022. So if you want to count against the central banks, you'll lose. This is their way of getting back, and they're making it look like it's the people's thing. It's not. You just have to be in it so that you're not fucking poor. Now, if you go to Ripple, ISO 20022, and they keep saying cross-border payments, guys, gets ready for ISO 20022. You know, this is everything. Go take a look at ISO 20022. Type in Hyperledger protocol, because we can look up that too while we're covering this. Hyperledger protocol. So if we go to Wikipedia, Hyperledger Projects is an umbrella project for open source blockchains and related tools. Started all the way back in December of 2015 by the Linux Foundation. Has received contributions from IBM, Intel, S&P, Ariba. So we go to members and governance. These are all the companies, guys, that are involved. I'm not even going to read through them all. All these companies are directly involved. Blockchains, all these other fucking things. So there's references. You know, you got tools. You got the Hyperledger Caliber is a blockchain benchmark tool and one of the Hyperledger projects hosted by the Linux Foundation. Hyperledger Caliper allows users to measure the performance of a specific blockchain implementation with a set of predefined use cases. Hyperledger Caliper produce reports containing a number of performance indicators such as transactions per second, transaction latency, resource utilization. The intent for Caliber results to be used by other Hyperledger projects, or they build out their framework. So guys, you need to read all this. It's basically a collaboration of tools, guys. And we're going to be out with the old Swift payment processor. We're going to be out with all this other bullshit in the banks. And this is happening. ISO 20022 is happening. That's why I say the utmost importance, if you can't own anything else, IOTA, Algo, XRP, XDC, XLM, VeChain. These have to be in your portfolio. Cardano should be maybe A1 right now over XRP when this gets under $1. Because Cardano, make no mistake about it, is going to be the first one to jump. It's already approved and already taken over 75% of South Africa. And you see it's on ISO 20022. Technically, Doge is on ISO 20022, but it's not as integrated. So if you can get Doge for 5 or 10 cents, you better fucking jump on it. Because if you go to $1 from there, we still have a bet with my community when we hit bottom that if we 3x it, you guys are signing up for the $99.99 legendary perk. It's going way higher than 3xing. I guarantee it if you just wait. I promise, guys, we're going to make so much money and become so wealthy. And I'm not a financial advisor, so should you take my advice? No motherfucking way you should. Like I said in the beginning, yada, yada, yada. But if you know what you're looking at, you understand all the principles and the players in the game, you got nothing to worry about. If you pay attention to me, I have all this information and knowledge, and I'm also a charting guru. You can't lose. So stay blessed, stay true. If you want to subscribe to Tom's Army, I encourage you so that I can continue to do this. If I'm here full time, I would do a 1 hour a day podcast every single day, 7 days a week, I would do a 1 hour podcast. This is episode 2 of said podcast, but I can only do it for so much time. But if I'm full-time and you guys show me the support and subscribe to this channel, I promise you, if I had 500 subscribers, I would do a half-hour podcast a day. If I got to 1,000 and I could do this full-time with paid subscribers, I would do a 1 hour a day podcast on top of everything I else do. Give you my word. So stay true, stay blessed. If you want to donate, links always in the description.